Previously on the Washington Nationals franchise, Byron Buxton stepped up to the plate. Game 5, series tied at 2-2 score. And he launched this long fly ball into left field, into the bullpen for a walk-off homer, giving the Nationals a 3-2 lead in the 2028 NLCS. As the boys come pouring out of the dugout, everybody jumping for joy, fireworks going off, everybody losing their mind. And what a great trade that was last July, just 3 months ago in the season. And it's paid off wonderfully. Now we get a chance to close these guys out in LA. Buxton has been the pretty much the extent of our offense in this series. That was his 4th home run, his 3rd in the last 2 games as he hit 2 in Game 4, then a solo shot in Game 5, and now it's on to Game 6 in this 2028 NLCS. As we head back to Dodger Stadium, just needing one more win to get back to the World Series. See the winds blowing in, so that might affect long fly balls today. And here's a recap of the series so far. Lost the first one, won the second one, lost Game 3, bounced back, and Buxton's 3 home runs help us win those 2. Get us back here to LA, and on the mound, Shohei Ohtani threw 5 no-hit innings against us in Game 1, and Cade Horton pitched an excellent Game 2. Great pitching matchup in this one. This is the Washington Nationals Cinderella team trying to get back to the series for the first time since 2019. It's the Dodgers, the best team that money can buy. Got to win 2 games at home to get back to the World Series on their own. It's the postseason. It's the NLCS on MLB The Show 26. And there he is, Shohei Ohtani, having a really good postseason on the mound so far. He's got a couple of home runs at the plate as well. And like I said, he no-hit us for 5 innings. Ran his pitch count up. He had 5 strikeouts. He also had 4 walks. So we're going to try to do the same thing tonight. The first batter he's going to face is shortstop CJ Abrams, whose offense is kind of tanked in this round. Here's a smash to third. Chapman's going to gun him down, and that's how we start Game 6. Need CJ to get back to what he was doing against the Brewers. Here's our lineup. Got Garcia at second. Millis is going to catch again. McVay going to keep him down at number 9. Needs somebody in the bottom of the order to start producing, because Buxton seems to be the only one so far producing in the postseason and in this series. He has 4 home runs, 3 of them in his last 2 games. He's driven in 7 runs in the series, and just cannot believe the production we're getting out of him. He's ahead in the count 2-1. Here's a pitch and a broken back grounder up the first base line. Ohtani's got it, throws, and he gets Buxton. Man, he sawed his bat right off, right at the handle. Nasty 100-mile-per-hour fastball on the hands. That'll bring in James Wood. Need to get him going as well. Very important bat in this lineup, especially against the right-hander Ohtani. 0-2 count and a pitch, and he runs the ball down and in. He swings and misses and strikes out. So that's how we go in the top of the first. 1, 2, 3. Head to the bottom half. Tucker, Ohtani, and Betts will be up for LA. And on the mound for us, Cade Horton. Guy's just been phenomenal since we got him in a trade in the offseason from the Cubs, and he's done nothing but back that up with his postseason appearances this year. Clearly our best pitcher in the postseason right now. See if he can continue that against this loaded Dodgers lineup. Kyle Tucker is going to lead things off for LA. And the first pitch is low for a ball. Tucker, see, he's struggling as well. There's only a few players on both teams actually producing in the postseason right now. Tucker ahead in the count 2-1. Here's a pitch. There's going to be a ground ball up the middle, and that's going to bleed through and be a base hit, so the Dodgers will have the leadoff man on here in the bottom of the first inning of Game 6. Stepping in, Shohei Ohtani. See his numbers on the postseason. Does have a home run in the series. 1 on, nobody out. 1-0 count. Here's a pitch. Here's a shot over third. That's going to get down and go all the way to the corner. Wood racing after it. Gets it. Throw comes back in. Abrams with the relay to the plate, and Tucker is out at home. What a play. He doesn't have the greatest speed, but Wood hustled over there. Let's check the replay. Opposite shot by Ohtani. Wood sprints to the corner, gets it. He has a strong arm, makes a good throw to Abrams, and he fires a seed to the plate, and Tucker was out by a mile. Wow, okay, what a way to start this game. So now they have a man on second and 1 out, and Mookie Betts stepping in. 1-2 pitch Ground ball to first. McVay's got it. He'll step on the bag. And that's the second out as Ohtani moves to third. There's the Dodgers lineup. Same one they've been using all series against right-handed pitching. That'll bring in Matt Chapman, who's just been a pain to Nationals pitching the entire series. Nothing but doubles and home runs. Heading the count 2-1. And it's a pop fly into shallow right. Racing in his Cruz. Settles under it. And we get out of that inning without giving up any runs. Give up a single, a double. Throw the guy out the plate. Now Vinny's going to lead things off here in the top of the second inning. And what a clutch play. You have to see how important that play is later in the game. Vinny's down 0-2. Here's a pitch from Shohei. And he swings and misses on the off-speed pitch and strikes out. And that's how we start the second inning. See this replay. Snaps the curveball off and just kept diving down and in. He had no chance. And that'll bring in Willie Castro. Moved him up to hitting the fifth slot last game. Just haven't been able to find the right combination in the bottom half. He's down in count 1-2. And it hits him in the back. All right, I'll take that. I hate hitting batters with 2 strikes on them. So we'll take it when it happens the other way. And that'll bring in Dylan Cruz with 1 on and 1 out. His hitting woes continuing into this series. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Strike right down the middle. Throw down. And Castro's in with a stolen base. Not known to be a big stolen base guy, but he takes advantage of that one. And now we have a man in scoring position with 1 out. 1-2 count on Cruz. And strike 3. Takes the slider down and away. Man, you gotta at least put the ball in play. That'll bring in Garcia now. Man on second and 2 out. It's going to take a 2-out hit to get the runner home. Down to count 1-2. Here's the pitch. And it's behind him all the way to the backstop, and Castro's going to go to third. Wow. Really overcooked that sweeper. Garcia's like, what the hell? And now we got a man on third and 2 out. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a shot, and it's over Betts drops, and we're going to be on the board first with the RBI single by Luis Garcia. Fought that pitch off and just flipped it over short. And there we go. Been wanting him to do that for a while now. He's got the highest clutch rating on the team. So finally comes through. We get the early 1-0 lead. And that'll bring in Drew Millis. Got to try something different at catcher because Ford is just lost at the plate. Millis is down to count 0-2. Here's a pitch from Ohtani. And swings and misses and strikes out. So no different production there. But Luis Garcia does come through with the RBI hit with 2 outs and gives us an early 1-0 lead here in Game 6 of the NLCS. And leading things off here in the bottom of the second, it's going to be Bryce Harper. First pitch to him is ripped foul down the third base line. Harper, a couple of home runs back in Game 3 in Washington. Nobody on, nobody out here in the second. 1-0 Nats. And the pitch. There's a high fly ball to center field, and he just went deep again. Dead center field, way out of here. And this game is tied. As Bryce Harper gets to his old team again. 3rd home run in the series. It's been pretty much quiet outside of the 3 home runs, but they've done damage every time. So, see this replay. Ooh, that was letter high. That wasn't low. Hit that high fastball out of here. 433 feet. I think he got all of it. 110 miles an hour. Now this game is tied, and Stephen Kwan, who's been another pest. Countless doubles. Also hit a game-tying home run in Game 5. Nobody on, nobody out. Here's a pop foul towards the Dodger dugout. Millis racing over, and he's got that for the first out. That's good. Keep him off the bases. That'll bring in Andy Pajes with nobody on and 1 out. First pitch to him. It's a fly ball into right field, and Cruz will drift back, and he'll settle under it and have that for the second out. I love it. 2 pitches, 2 outs, and that'll bring in Dalton Rushing. I've been hit or miss. Got 4 hits in the series, but he's also been striking out a lot lately. 2-2 count on him. And a pitch from Horton. There's a high fly ball into right center field. Cruz racing over. He's going to have that, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. But the Dodgers use the solo shot by former national Bryce Harper to tie this game up. Go to the third inning. Top of the order coming up for us. And Tom McVay dropped him all the way down to number 9. Use his speed. If he gets on base, we got a fast guy in front of our top hitters. Got to get him turned around as well. Rookie of the year is just slumping badly. 1-0 pitch. There's a pop-up into center field. Pajes will drift in, and he's going to take that for the first out here in the third inning. That'll bring in CJ. Really need to get him going. 2 for 20 in this series after he just crushed the Brewers. Need our leadoff man in the order to get on base. He's ahead in the count 3-1. Here's the pitch from Shohei, and it's low for ball 4, so there we go. I'll take the walks. He's got speed. He can disrupt this game on the base paths. Now bring in Byron. 0 for 1 today. Main source of offense in the series. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And it's swing and a miss. A pitch off the plate. Chased the slider and strikes out for the second out of the inning. 5 Ks for Shohei, matching what he did against us back in Game 1. That'll bring in James Wood with 1 on and 2 out. First pitch to him is a strike. Throw down, and CJ's in with a stolen base. So there we go. Get him in scoring position. Now we just need a single to drive him in. He got a good jump. Not sure if Shohei forgot about him or not. I would have had him stealing like first pitch when Buxton is up, but the CPU has other ideas. So now we have a full count on Wood. Man on second, 2 out. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and he strikes out the end of the inning. So Shohei's gotten him twice tonight. There you go, bottom of the third inning. This game is still tied at 1. And leading things off will be Nico Horner. Homered back in Game 3 in Washington. And the count 2-0. Here's the pitch from Horton. There's a shot in the center field. Buxton racing in, and diving attempt off his glove. And Horner's going to reach. See if they give him a hit. They should. Diving play. Yeah, it's going to be a single. Nice attempt. Let's get the replay. Buxton almost makes an incredible catch. But if he misses that, it might be an inside the park home run. So he lays out and just hits off the heel of his glove. That'll bring in Kyle Tucker. Singled his first time. So he's only got 3 hits in the series. They have a man on with nobody out here in the third. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball grabbed by McVay. Throws a second for 1. Relay back to first. And there we go. The 3-6-1 double play. Wipes out that base runner. McVay's great glove over at first. Showing up again. And Shohei's going to step in. Doubled back in the first. Down and count 1-2. Here's the pitch from Cade. And takes strike 3. There we go. So we give up the single. Pitch around it with a double play and a strikeout. This game is still tied through 3 innings. Who's going to break through and get the 2-1 lead? And lead things off for the Nats here in the 4th inning. Vinny Pasquantino, 0 for 1 today. Only has 3 hits in the series. Been loud hits, though. 1-2 pitch to him. And a little pop fly down the third base line. Another broken bat for Ohtani, as Chapman has that for the first out. That'll bring in Castro. Hit by pitch. Scored on Garcia's single. If he can get on base again. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. And takes strike 3 on the inside corner. Another strikeout for Ohtani, number 7. That'll bring in Dylan Cruz with nobody on and 2 outs. First pitch to him. It's going to be a ground ball and a base hit up the middle. There we go. I'll take the 2-out hit because Cruz can steal as well. Over 40 bags this year. See if we get him going. Garcia, RBI single last inning. Need Cruz to steal second and get in the scoring position. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. There he goes. High for a ball. Throw down. And Cruz is in safe. So there we go. Get the man in scoring position. So that clutch rating comes into effect again. 2-2 count on Garcia. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss, and he strikes out. Another big strikeout for Ohtani. Get a man on, get him in scoring position. Can't get him home. And this game is still tied as we head to the bottom of the 4th. And leading things off will be Mookie Betts. Having a rough series. Thank God. Another bat we don't need to be blowing up on us. 2-2 count on Mookie. Here's the pitch from Horton. And takes strike 3 right down the middle. Okay, if you want to take it, we'll just put 96 right down the middle. 2 strikeouts for Horton. See his pitch usage, kind of like McClanahan going with 4 seamers, and that'll bring in Matt Chapman. So he's got 6 hits in the series, 2 doubles, 2 homers. 0-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to short, backhanded by Abrams, jump throw, and he's got him. Nice scoop there by McVay at first, and that's the second out of the inning. That'll bring in Bryce Harper, homered his last time up. First pitch to him, and it's going to be a ground ball to third. Castro's got it, throw to first, and a quick 1-2-3, bottom of the 4th inning for Cade Horton and the Nationals. Now we need the offense to just kick in gear. This game's tied, going to the 5th. Leading things off, be catcher Drew Millis. He struck out his first time. Just want him to put the ball in play. Down and count 0-2 again. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball right to Harper. He's got that. He'll run to the bag, and that's the first out of the inning. Yeah, I don't mind outs as long as they're not striking out every other bat. That'll bring in McVay. Nobody on and 1 out. First pitch to him. That's a line shot to center field, and there we go. Hopefully that'll get him jump-started. Base hit for McVay. He's got wheels as well, so we'll have to see if they want to send him or not. Now we have 1 on and 1 out for CJ. Walked and stole a base his last time up. Really could use a hit here. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Throw down, and he is out at second base. What a throw by Rushing right on the bag. That single is wiped out on the caught stealing. Looked like he had a decent jump, but that was just a perfect throw. Got to hand it to the Dodger catcher. That'll bring CJ to the plate with a 3-1 count. Nobody on and 2 out. Here's a ground ball. Base hit to right field, so we'd have him in at the corners if he doesn't get thrown out. It'd be a run if he made it successfully, but as it is, we have 1 on and 2 out. That'll bring in Byron. 0 for 2 on the day. Did not look good in that strikeout. 2-1 count. See if they're going to send CJ or not. Here's the pitch. Here's a high fly ball to left field. Quan racing back, and it is gone. Byron Buxton does it again. His 5th home run of the series. 4th home run in the 3 games. And we are up to 3-1 lead now. As Shohei left that one over the plate, and Byron doesn't miss it. See the replay. Just hammered it. And Quan was not getting to this one. Let's go. Wow. And that's it for Shohei. We get him out of the game early, and we score runs off him this time. Wow, what a turn of events. One hung pitch, and Dodgers are down 3-1 now. And they're going to bring in Giovanni Moran. He came in for Shohei back in game 1. Wow, have a series Byron Buxton. How about that, guys? Now to bring in James Wood. Had a horrible night. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Down on the count 0-2 quickly. Here's Moran's pitch. And he chases and strikes out for the 3rd time tonight, but that doesn't matter because Byron Buxton, the new Mr. October, goes deep again. And now we're up 3-1, heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. And leading off for the Dodgers, Steven Kwan. Heading to count 3-1. Keep him off base, please. Here's a shot into right center field. Cruz drifting over, and he easily takes that for the first out. Gotta love keeping him off the bases. That'll bring in Andy Pages. Hasn't done anything this series. First pitch to him, and here's a fly ball into right field towards the line. Cruz racing over, and he's got that for the second out. Love that. 2 pitches, 2 outs. That'll bring in Dalton Rushing. Nobody on, 2 out. That's 3-1 lead. Here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball to short. Abrams backhands. Oh, and he boots it. And Rushing's going to get on base now with 2 outs. And they're going to give CJ an error on the play. Kind of a lazy play. He went backhanded. See if he could have got to that ball. Yeah, no, backhand was fine, but it bounced up and caught him in the heel. The Dodgers going to have man on with 2 outs. That'll bring the tying run to the plate in Nico Horner. First pitch to him. There's a smash knocked down by McVay, and he's going to step on the bag. for the third out. Man, that was ticketed for the right field corner, and McVeigh's glove saves a run. So we go to the 6th inning, up 3-1. Leading off for the Nats will be Vinny, 0 for 2 with a strikeout, pop out. Nice if he can get this inning going, get some more attack on runs. 1-0 pitch from Moran. It's going to be a ground ball to second base. Horner's got it. Easy throw to first, and there's the first out. That'll bring in Willie Castro, hit by pitch, stolen base run, as you see there. Turns around and bats right-handed for the first time. 3-2 pitch. There's a fly ball into right field. Tucker will drift over, and he'll up that for the second out. That'll bring in Dylan Cruz. Single and stolen base last time he was up. First pitch to him. There's a pop-up on the infield. Harper's going to settle under it and have that. That's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Moran and the Dodgers. So you head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Top of their order coming up. See if we can hold them to no runs. Kyle Tucker leading off. He's only got 3 hits in the series, but one of those tonight. Got to keep him off base in front of the rest of the middle of the order bats. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field. Cruz drifting back, shy of the track, and he's got that for the first out. He's been busy in the last inning plus. That'll bring in Shohei with nobody on and 1 out. First pitch to him. It's a fly ball into left field, and Wood's going to settle under it and have that. There we go. 2 straight pitches, 2 straight outs. That'll bring in Mookie, 0 for 2 on the day. Cade Horton is on a roll. Hasn't given up much since the first inning. Mookie's in a hole 0-2. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball in the center field, and Buxton's going to have that. And another quick 1-2-3 inning for Cade Horton on the mound. We're up 3-1 going to the 7th. And new pitcher for the Dodgers, Orion Kirkering coming in. He gave up that walk-off home run to Byron Buxton in Game 5. See if we can get more runs off of him today. Leading things off will be Luis Garcia. 1 for 2 with that RBI single. Nobody on this time. He's going to have to earn his base hit. He's not going to get the 93 clutch rating kicking in. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And his ground ball to third. Chapman's got it. Throw across the diamond, and there's 1 out. I'll bring in Drew Millis. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Hitless so far in the series and 4 at-bats. Down in the count, 1-2. And the pitch. And swings and misses and strikes out on the high fastball. 99-mile-per-hour heat. And that's a second out here in the 7th inning. That'll bring in Tom McVeigh. 1 for 2 with a single. See, that's only his second hit in the series. Ahead in the count, 3-0. Here's the pitch. And low for ball 4. So we'll take that 4-pitch walk. Get him on base again. See if we're going to get him running or not. CJ up 1 for 2. 1 for 2 with a single. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. There he goes. Ball low, throw down, and he's in safely this time. So we get a man in scoring position now with 2 outs for Abrams. Trying to expand this lead. 2-2 count on CJ. Here's the pitch from Kirkering. It's a fly ball into center field. Pajes runs over, and he's going to have that. So we get a man on, get him over, can't get him home. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Time's running out on the Dodgers. We're up 3-1. And leading things off, the dangerous Matt Chapman, 0 for 2 tonight. First time we've handled him in the series. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch from Horton. And swing and miss, and he strikes out on the circle change. First out of the inning. Big strikeout there. That'll bring in Harper. Driven in the only run of this game with that solo shot in the second. He's got 7 hits in the series and 3 home runs. 2-1 count. And the pitch to Bryce. The fly ball into left field. Wood's going to settle under that, and he's going to have that for the second out. Cade Horton is on a roll, doing exactly what we needed and limiting their offense. And that'll bring in Stephen Kwan. See, he's got 4 hits in the series, 3 doubles and a home run. So he's got all extra base hits. 2-2 count on him. Nobody on and 2 out. Here's a rip down the right field line. That's going to get down and go into the corner. And Kwan's going to have another extra base hit. Throw comes back in. Now he'll be at second base with 2 outs. And that'll bring in the tying run to the plate. Andy Pages, 0 for 2 on the day. 1-0 pitch from Horton. There's a pop fly in the center field. Buxton will race over. And he's going to have that. So we pitch around the 2-out double. Dodgers down 3-1 as we head to the 8th inning. Let's go, boys. Need more runs. And another new pitcher for the Dodgers. Gavin Stone's going to come in. First time he's pitched in the series. He's going to face Byron Buxton, Mr. Home Run. 2-run shot is the difference in this game right now. Count goes full. 3-2 pitch to Buxton is inside for ball 4. So now we get to see if Buxton's going to use his legs and steal into scoring position or not. CPU is not as aggressive as I would be. Wood is up now, 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Having a dreadful game 6, but we're up 3-1, so it doesn't matter. 0-1 count on him. There goes Buxton. Here's a pitch. Throw down, and he is safe. Another stolen base by the Nationals base runners. So now we have an important tack-on run out there at second base. 2-1 count to Wood. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the center field. Pages drifting back, shy of the track. He's got it. The tag, the throw to third. And Buxton is in safely. So now we have a man on third with less than 2 out. That'll bring in Vinny, and they're not going to let him bat. They're going to intentionally walk him to set up the force out or set up the double play. And they're going to take him out. So, hey, Stone, go walk that guy so we can take you out of the game. And see who they're going to bring in out of the bullpen now. And it's going to be Ben Kasparius. Already pitched in the series, done well so far for the most part. He's going to have to induce a double play here, a pop out or a strikeout. Willie Castro is going to step in, 0 for 2 tonight. See, he's been on base with a hit by pitch, stolen base, scored a run. Down and count 1-2. Here's the pitch. There's a line shot into right field. Tucker dives and he misses it, and it gets by him. That's going to score 2 runs as Castro around second on his way to third. Throw comes in, and that's going to be a stand-up triple for Willie Castro, and we are now up 5-1. Wow. Willie comes through in the clutch. Wanted to tack on run. We got 2 of them. See this replay. Tucker, not sure if it was a smart decision or not, sinking liner, and yep, he had to make the play, but once it gets by him, everybody's going to score, and it was just a matter of Castro having a triple or an inside-the-park home run. That'll bring in Dylan Cruz now with a man on third and only 1 out. 1 for 3 on the night. Can we get another run? 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Betts has that. It's going to be the second out of the inning, but it's also going to drive in the 6th run. Productive RBI ground out by Cruz. Now Garcia's going to step in, 1 for 3. Nobody on and 2 out. 3 runs in the inning. 2-2 count and the pitch. And he takes strike 3. But the Nationals wanted a tack-on run. They gave me more than that. 3 runs in the inning, and now we're up 6-1 going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Just 6 more outs, and we're going to the World Series. And new pitcher for us. Andre Granillo's going to come in. Horton's done enough. Got a big lead now, so we can just go to the bullpen. Don't have to use our setup and closer. Hopefully the rest of the guys can get the job done. Leading things off be Dalton Rushing. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Fly out, reached on an error. 1-0 pitch to him. And that's going to be a pop-up down the third baseline. Castro drifting over in foul territory. And he's going to have that, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. Very important to keep those leadoff men off base. That'll bring in Nico Horner, 1 for 2 with a single. Got to keep him off as well before we get to the top of the order. He's down and count 1-2. And Granillo's pitch is on the way. And he swings and misses and chases the slider and strikes out. So 2 up, 2 down to start the inning. Good job by Granillo. That'll bring in Tucker. Has a hit so far tonight. A diving attempt didn't work out. 2-2 pitch to him. There's a ground ball to first. McVeigh's got it. And a nice 1-2-3 8th inning for Granillo. We go to the 9th inning, 5-run lead. We don't need any more tacked on runs. We just need to get them out. 1-2-3. And coming out of the pen for the Dodgers, River Ryan. Great performance out of him his last time. He struck us out 5 times in 2 1/3 innings. First man up is going to be Drew Millis. 0 for 3 on the night. He's going to hit a ground ball. Second base, Horner backhands that. Sets and throws, and there's one down. And I don't even care if we get anybody on base. I just want to get through their last 3 outs. McVeigh is walked, singled, stole a base, been caught stealing. Nobody on, 1 out. 2-2 count. Pitch from River Ryan. There's a shot into right center field, and Pages on the run is going to catch that for the second out. That'll take us back to the top of the order to C.J. Abrams, 1 for 3 with a single and a stolen base. See if he can get a 2-out rally going. Not that we need it. 1-0 pitch from River Ryan. The fly ball in the right field. Tucker drift back a couple of steps, and he's going to have that. And we go down 1-2-3. Now we go to the bottom of the 9th. Just need 3 outs. Send us to the World Series. Our 3rd straight win in the NLCS. See who's coming up. Ohtani, Betts, and Chapman. And leading off be Shohei Ohtani. And this is a glitch. This is Orion Kerkering's model, but it's Shohei Ohtani at bat. I'll show you in a minute how I know it's not Kerkering. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. There's a pop-up on the infield. Castro's going to settle under it, and he's going to have that for the first out. Ohtani's the DH, so if Kerkering was batting, he would be right here in the middle of the order where it says Ohtani. You would see Kerkering. So it is Ohtani batting. It's just a graphical glitch. I've never seen this. Now bring in Mookie Betts 0 for 3 on the night. So you can make him 0 for 4. 1-1 count. And a pitch from Granillo. The high fly ball to left field, and that one's not coming back. Mookie Betts finally gets his first home run in the series. Cuts this down to a 6-2 lead. His first home run of the postseason. He said we've kept him in check almost the entire series. And he gets a pretty much a meaningless home run here in the 9th inning. As long as we keep base runners off, it's not going to make a difference. See the replay. It was actually thigh high and outside, and he went and got it and hooked it. Towering shot to left into the wind. Puts it 415 into the wind. Good for him. That'll bring in Matt Chapman. 0 for 3 tonight. He's had a hit in every game this series. Down to count 1-2. And the pitch from Granillo is a ground ball to second base. Garcia's got that. Throw to first. Oh, he pulls him off the bag, and he's going to be safe. Wow. Just an easy throw there, and he pulls McVeigh off. E4, and now they have a man on base with 1 out. This is the stuff that leads to a big inning. We got to get Bryce here. 1 for 3 with a home run. He could get this down to a 2-run game in a hurry. 1-0 count. 1 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball in his center field. Buxton racing over towards the gap. He's going to have that for the second out. The runner has to go back. And we're going to bring in a new pitcher, Granillo, in his second inning. He's throwing a lot of pitches. We don't want to blow up this inning having a tired pitcher on the mound. We just need 1 more out. Great job, Andre. Only had 1 bad pitch. And we're going to bring in a hard-throwing Louis Varland. Guy can reach triple digits here. See if he can just get this last out and get us on to the World Series. He's going to face Stephen Kwan, who's been a problem. See, he's got 5 hits, 4 doubles, and a home run in the series, all 5 extra bases. Louis got him down to count 1-2, though. Just need 1 more strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out, and the Nats win the NLCS. 3 straight wins against the mighty Dodgers, and we have done it in year 3. We're going to the World Series. I'm floored. I can't believe this team made it to the World Series. They weren't supposed to be this good right now. They were supposed to be a playoff contender, contend for a wild card, not win the division, not win 95 games, not beat the Dodgers in the NLCS. But this team is just amazing, and the additions to the rotation, the pickup of Byron Buxton has been a huge offensive plus, made a difference in this series, and we're going to the World Series for the first time since 2019. I don't know if it's the Red Sox or Mariners. We'll find out here in a minute, but wow, what a series. Lost 2 of the first 3 and win 3 straight to get the NLCS title. Let's look at this box score. Byron Buxton, player of the game. Yes, he was. See, 1 hit for Abrams, Buxton, a walk, 2-run shot, scores twice. Castro, triple, scores 2 runs, drives in 2. We stole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases, almost had 6. Cade Horton, 1 run, 5 hits, no walks, 3 Ks in 7 innings. Granillo gives up that late home run that didn't matter. And Louis closes it out. Go to their side. They had 6 hits, no walks, very important. Only struck him out 5 times, gave up 2 home runs. We got to Shohei early, a lot of strikeouts, but we scored 3 runs, and then tacked on 3 more off Stone and Kasperius. This team, this amazing team, Cinderella Nats, are going to the World Series. Wow. All right, let's sim forward and see who we're going to play. And we are going to be taking on the Boston Red Sox as they beat Seattle 4-1. Let's go check this out. You see Boston won Game 1, 5-0. Seattle bounced back, wins Game 2. Boston pounded them 15-1 in Game 3. Then wins 2 one-run games here in Game 4 and Game 5. So the Red Sox advance on. NLCS, Byron Buxton, as we all thought, 308 with 5 home runs and 9 RBI. Merrick Linkside, Corey Seager, 367 with 4 home runs and 12 RBI. My goodness, have a series, Corey Seager. So that's who we going to be taking on in the World Series. Let's go take a look at their roster. This is a right-handed lineup. They got Anthony, Seager, Duran. Chisholm is hitting cleanup. Abreu, Contreras, Luke Raley at first. So a lot of their own regular players outside of Seager and Chisholm. Against righties, catcher moves all the way to 1. Contreras is catching. That's William Contreras. That's not Wilson Contreras. So they flipped Contreras on us. Wow. Okay, and they bring in Jung-Hoo Lee and Casas against lefties. Rotation, Crochet, Ranger Suarez, Peyton Tolley, Brian Bayo, and Connolly Early. Anybody in the pen? They got Dennis Santana, Jason Foley, and Garrett Whitlock. So 3 guys that are potential closers right there. So pitching is going to be a thing. We're going to have to do well against these guys. Look at that. He has... And it looks like they've pretty much used 3 pitchers for the entire postseason. How can they use just 3 pitchers for 5 games? But whatever. So, going to have to do it against the top third. We'll see what happens when we get to the rest of the rotation. Since this is a best-of-7 series, they're not going to be able to use 3 pitchers for the entire series. And offensively, you can see they're getting production from everybody up and down the lineup. A lot of home runs through the lineup. And a lot of guys hitting decent averages. So, got our work cut out for us. So, Game 1, we're going to see a pair of really hard-throwing lefties. Shane McClanahan against Garrett Crochet. Game 2, Cade Horton against Ranger Suarez. And I see that we have home field advantage. I was expecting the other way around, so there we go. All right, we're home field advantage in the World Series. McClanahan, Horton, Game 3, we go to Boston. Reynaldo Lopez against Peyton Toll. Then Game 4, we're going to have Brad Lord against whoever they run out. That would give us McClanahan, Horton, and Lopez for the last 3. So, all right. Wow, can you guys believe it? We made it to the World Series in year 3. I'm just dumbfounded. I wanted to build the team up and get them to be contenders. Just didn't expect this at all. And it's kind of shocking. Reminds me of my Rockies franchise when I used to live stream. And we got them a World Series in year 3, but that's because we traded for Corey Seager. So, anyway, wow. Okay, well, guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit the notification bell so you know when the World Series episode goes live. We will have the first 3 games of the World Series in the next episode, so make sure you guys come back and check that out. You guys take care, and go Nats.